Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are
Good.
you?
First, just want to start off with PLA. What is the status of that?
I am not allowed to respond because of current litigation, but I believe I will be able to respond soon, and I will
Okay.
follow up with you when I can.
Okay, I appreciate
My chief
that.
counsel will not let me say more.
I got it. Can't make the attorneys unhappy, right? Can you give us just 30 seconds response on transit mergers? I know our own Rabbit Transit has done a lot of mergers. They're looking at going with CAT. We have Lackawanna Transit, Luzerne County. What's the status of that? And we're getting a return on our investment with those mergers?
Yeah, we absolutely are. It's been a fabulous incentive that was provided in Act 89, and we're very happy that 3 regional transit agencies have taken on the consolidation. They're saving about $5 million from that consolidation, and we have 3 other areas that have asked about it. And are also consolidating. It's so important that our transit agencies spend the money where they need to spend it. So when they can consolidate, they can use economies of scale in their administration costs, and that way they can use their money where they need it most, which is often in their capital costs, maintaining their fleets, buying new cars where they need it, and making sure that that the money that they need to keep in a state of good repair, that they do so. And so we're very pleased that so many have taken advantage of that. I'm happy to read off the list of those transit agents that have done so, if you'd like that, or I could just forward it to your office. But
just send it over. We don't need that. I just know personally, Rich, head of Rabbit Transit, he's my neighbor. He's got a big area. I worry about his mental health, so don't put too much on.
Well, running a transit agency or working for one is not for the faint of heart.
Yes. 2 questions on Turnpike Commission. One's more of a personal pet peeve. Now that the red and kind of like the traffic lights are gone, and I don't know if I'm actually paying the toll or not. What's the process to kind of replace that? I go through and I'm like, did it click? Didn't it click? Am I going to get a bill at the end of the day?
Are you getting a bill at the end of the day?
I'm not.
Then it
I'm
clicked.
not, so I'm good.
Right.
But what's just more of a mental psyche.
It's the change in technology, and I do understand that. We have gone to license plate readers, and when you don't pay, you will get a bill in the mail, and that has been, we're having success with that. So don't sweat it.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying, and if nobody's contacting you, then you're in good shape. But I will take that back to the commission and see.
I like the green you paid.
I understand.
It's just
like you start your day with a little gold star, like you did something right. I get it.
Yeah, something I just freak out every time I go through the tolls. Other aspect of the Turnpike Commission, obviously we're outstanding debts, $12.2 billion, Act 44, $450 million of payments until 21-22. By that time, it's another $1.8 billion and just $450 million on top of all the other costs with bonding. So we're looking at $14 billion. Ridership dropped for the first time starting in June because tolls are going up. I'm a believer in the Laffer curve. At a tax rate of 0, you're going to get no revenue. Tax rate of 100%, you're going to get no revenue because honestly, who's going to work if all your money is just going to go to the government? And then you have a bell curve. At some point, there's a depreciating return of revenue. Are we there on the Turnpike? Should we be financially worried that as tolls, and I assume tolls will continue to rise to make those payments, are we at a point of diminishing return and financially, I don't know if bankruptcy is in the word, or like what's reality of what we're facing with the Turnpike and the bonding?
I'm going to answer it from my point of view right now. I don't think we're at that point yet, but I think we are on our way. And as far as being worried, I am extremely worried about it. And that's why I think we really have to take this issue on. And we have to start now. We can't wait until 2022. We are right now if you put all of the transit, all the tolling agencies throughout the country in a chart, and the Turnpike has done this. If you haven't seen it, I'm happy to give it to you, and see where the Pennsylvania Turnpike is. We're a little bit to the right of the center, so, but we're in the middle of the pack. But when you look at ridership in our neighboring states, when you look at the Ohio Turnpike, I actually just spoke to the director of Ohio D.O.T. yesterday on this issue. New Jersey, New York, they are all seeing increased ridership, and we are not seeing increased ridership. I don't know what that means, but we have consultants looking at to find out what that means. All 5 commissioners at the Turnpike are very concerned about that, whether that was just a weird coincidence, whether there is reasons for it. We are continually raising our rates. Within a year or two, we will be, that chart that I mentioned, we'll be on the far right of that chart. We could be the farthest to the right of that chart in a handful of years. And so we do need to take a look at it, and I'm very worried, and obviously happy to keep you informed on it and listen to any ideas that you might have. It's going to take a lot of us to try to solve this one.
Yeah, I'm glad you're worried, because I know debt it can be a devastating effect. I look at businesses, local governments, etc. When debt gets out of hand, there's no way to get out of it. So I'm glad, and we need to definitely do something on that. Thank you.
Thank you.